And we are live. Welcome to the TFGO podcast called Wake and Bake, the official podcast of the TFGO. We're now in week 13 of the league. It's been 2 weeks since we've done a podcast. Mike's Xbox actually exploded. He narrowly escaped with his life, but glad to be back. I'm Louie.
I'm Mike, AKA the Good Doctor. What's up, everybody?
How are you
Oh,
doing?
fuck. Dude, I am drunk. I woke
Nice.
up and,
That
yeah.
reminds me.
It's going to be one of those days. I put
Oh,
three
yeah, I'm
mimosas in
joining
front of
you.
me so that I don't have to get up. And we're going to talk, and I'm going to get progressively more drunk and probably louder, probably a little bit mean, but, like, hopefully not too mean.
My first question for you is, did you wake and bake?
Oh,
Might as
yes,
well. That
yes, I
sounds
did.
right.
I did.
All right, so we got a lot of topics to hit. A lot of stuff has happened in the past 2 weeks. I think the last podcast we did was in week 6 of the league. We're now in week 13. So the good teams are starting to separate themselves, and a lot of the matchups we've been wanting to see have happened. Plenty of
Niners dude is
controversy.
good. Just like if we
Yeah,
didn't know, like he whooped the fuck out of me, hurt my pride, hit
and
stick
you
me.
called it earlier in the season too.
Oh yeah, no, he's 10-2. He's not fun.
Yep,
He's a good 2K partner though. Picked up like
I
4
did
doubles. Is it
beat him,
Akai?
so
Ayak? Ayak?
credit.
Ayak 97. Woo!
I don't know what that means,
I shouldn't pronounce
but
things. It makes me sound really racist.
all right, moving on. Let's talk about first thing on the agenda is a big thing went down kind of without notice, just kind of happened. Chris was promoted to the league office, kind of out of nowhere it seemed to most people. Hawking stepped down. Hawking wasn't really doing much in the league office for the past year, to be honest. He was just a
I mean,
vote.
he stepped down
Um,
last year, and Marcus told him he can't basically, or just told him to stay,
right, he
and he's
just
gonna
kept
be
him
the
in.
same.
Yeah.
Like, it was like I want out, and then Marcus was like, "No, you can't leave." Uh, not that that's actually how Hawking felt, but yeah. So good for
Nothing
Hawking.
against
Finally
Hawking. He
create some
was,
space,
yeah.
get himself out of there. Good for
And so,
Chris.
what are your
He's
thoughts on
wanted it.
Chris?
Yeah, I love Chris. Those are my thoughts on Chris. Like Chris
Okay,
the
what about
person,
Chris in the league
no problem.
office?
I don't really understand why we're promoting a dude that we've basically death sentenced twice to enforce the rules. But, like, I also know Chris isn't going to just agree and be agreeable. He'll fight for what he thinks is right. So, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I like Chris. So, Chris will probably be a good league office member. He always wanted to fucking do it anyway. But, like, he also just
Yeah,
wanted the orange name and the flex cock, and Marcus just added a buddy that he knew he could rely on, which is fine. Because, I mean, that's what the league office is, but at the same time, I shouldn't.
do you think there should
Yeah.
be a process, like more of a process for people to be elected into the league office? Because he was just
I mean,
appointed. There was no
well, I mean, if you guys didn't talk
as
about
far.
it, that just seems kind of insane. But,
Well,
what's
unless
the.
he messaged other individuals like
Yeah.
privately. Marcus
But, like,
messaged
you.
me like a few weeks before and said, "What do you think about Chris in the league office?" I'm like, "Well, he can bring something that no one else can. He's a current college football player. He's got that knowledge." But and then I also added he doesn't exactly have a clean record, so maybe something to visit after the season. That's where we
Yeah.
left it.
I mean, I still think, like, the whole way the league office, like, I got. The way you guys are elected is, like, the least of my worries about what the fucking point of you guys is. It just feels like we do work to help make Marcus's job easy, and then he comes in and makes all the rulings that actually matter without your opinions. That's why I got frustrated. So, like, I mean, if that changes, then there's a point to it. If not, then it's analytical work, and you guys are putting data in computers, essentially. There's a need for it. So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
This topic
it's
makes
not.
me angry more than anything, just because like I'd rather. Hey, shut the fuck up, bros. All right. Stupid dogs. Old ones just staring at them. But like it seems like a problem that isn't that hard to take care of, and it takes like actual checks and balances, but as long as there aren't real checks and balances, it's just when stuff wants if your opinion is agreeable or if it's a topic we want to talk about, then we talk about. Like, it just seems picking and choosing is the problem. It shouldn't be like that. All decisions should go through you guys as a group. That's the point of view. Like, I mean, I think
Yeah.
democracy should
It
be
is.
more whole. But
Yeah.
I also
I hear
sound
what
like
you're
I'm
saying.
bashing
It's
Marcus,
not a
and
complete
Marcus has to
democracy.
make
He.
hard decisions, and he has to make
Yeah.
calls because
That's the thing.
sometimes debate is debate, and it'll go on forever. But, like, at the same time, real friends with Marcus, so I probably hold him personally more accountable for all the shit than anyone else, and it's probably not fair. So,
I
yeah.
think you definitely do, and sometimes it's funny to me how like you seem
Oh,
the
it's
hardest on
super
him.
funny. Oh, yeah. Well, but I'm also the one that, like, knew him when he was 15. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
You see people change. Life. Facts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see how it goes with Chris, and
Yeah.
he's, he's got that unique insight that no one else can bring to the table. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't
there's
care
at
about
least
that part.
that,
I think that's a
and
dub, like, unique insight.
yeah,
Chris is Chris. I love Chris. I think he's just gonna not take bullshit, and he's not gonna. He'll get crazy in there before he like gets used to it. He'll get mad at shit. He's passionate. There's a word. Holy shit, Lamar has 783 rushing yards. You guys need to get your shit together. All right. Sorry.
All right, let's move on to the next thing on the agenda. Let's talk about the comings and goings of some people. We didn't really get into this on the last one, but a couple people left early in the season.
McCready,
McCready,
bitch. I don't mean that, but like.
and then you had Cash
Bitch.
Out leaving / being kicked, kind of one or the other. First, he had a user violation where he's just breaking the user rules. I don't know if we talked about that already, but everybody knows about that. He just sprinted in the zone with his linebacker. And then after that, he went MIA when he scheduled a game with the Cowboys, just didn't show up. Actually, didn't say anything for like 2 days, and don't really know the reason. He just said it was something crazy, and after that, I think we just mutually decided to move on from him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have anything to add on Cash Out situation.
Good kid. Young. Shit happens. You don't react the right way. Assuming he's
Yeah,
got
and
no
I have
bad
nothing
blood
against
and like
him.
yeah. I feel like he was
I have
always a
nothing
good
against
kid
him,
and a
but
good user.
we have an age limit for a
Yeah.
reason.
I think he's
because
kind of the
kids who are
like,
17
it
just
shows
can't
it.
control their lives. Like they don't have that. They have to follow certain rules.
They also do
They just
dumb shit
don't-
where like they disappear for 15 to 20 hours with
Yeah.
no reasoning because they don't want to tell you.
Mhm.
But like really, he was probably smoking pot and got in trouble, or like got boozing, or got in trouble with his
With a
parents,
girl.
and like yeah, I mean shit goes on. You're 17.
Yeah.
But like we all know, so like if we're gonna be with a girl, we know that's
We're all
gonna take
adults.
the
We all have
night.
schedules, and we
Like,
can take responsibility for our own whereabouts.
nothing against
and
Cash
actions.
Out, just it's a
No.
hey, learn from it. Good luck in the military. I know you're doing your
Come back when
little
you're
interviews
18
this week,
or
so
whatever.
yeah. I mean, you're still here, so
Yep.
never left.
Yeah, you're
But,
still in the
yeah,
chat.
Clone-
so
Clone's
that just
gone
proves
too.
we don't.
But like,
Oh yeah, Clone was another one. He just quit.
but like,
he had enough Madden.
Yeah. I mean, he threw like
That's
30
been a
picks
long
with
time
Kyler.
coming. Like I'm surprised he didn't quit. Like at the beginning of Madden 19, to be honest.
If there's anyone I'm glad stayed in the chat though, it's him. Just because like he's a Packer fan and I like talking to him during Packer games. So yay raw for that, man. Go Pack, go.
All right.
Real
And then
quick,
you also had Cole.
every time.
Cole quit.
Well, but like Cole should have been kicked, dude. I love Cole. I was all behind it, but like Cole got this is the same thing that like got me mad about the DeLeaZy situation the other night. Is we all assume he's so guilty, and like I got mad at Nick because Nick seemed like he was being an aggressor, even though the fine was coming anyway. He didn't have to make it name calling, but I get it, it's reciprocal. And Nick gets tired of having to do his job, especially when he gets frustrated by it. But like, I mean, Cole should have been kicked when he might have pulled the plug. Cole should have been kicked when, I mean, just all the shit he did. Cole sucked as an actual, like, realistic league member, following the rules, being fun to play against, making it enjoyable for people. Cole wasn't fun. He was fun as far as, like, I'm going to talk shit and rile you up, and that part was fun. Like, Cole the person, fun. Cole the Madden player can suck my balls twice, both sides.
Yeah,
In the
I'm
back.
with you. Playing against him, I really hated, but it was fun to talk shit to him and like have that kind of thing going. Because he was,
Yeah, well, he's a good guy.
I don't think he took
I mean,
anything too seriously. Like he would
No.
stick shit talking because that's fun. But he also was very like inactive as far as participating and stuff, or
well, I'm like, drafting,
doing all the little
free agency. Like, you just show up
maintenance
and
of your
either spend a
team
bunch
type of stuff. Like
yeah.
he just he just showed up for his games. He didn't really. I don't even know how many drafts he participated in. Like less than
3.
half of them.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's just like a sign
I
moving
love Cole.
forward. Like, you got to, as far as like enforcing people, even if you like someone, like if they're being a piece of shit, you got to just cut them to the wait list for a
Yeah.
little bit and make them want to be a part of it again. Because that seems to
I'm with
get
you.
people back if they're going to do it. Like, look at McCready. McCready gave up his team because he was mad, which, like, I'm going to be real. Like, McCready was justly mad as it happened. I was like, we never even tagged him, and I'm going to get a force win, and we're going to advance. Like, we didn't even ask him. We agreed at a time the next day, and then we just advanced for the speed of it. It was kind of like a big fuck you, especially after the last couple weeks with us waiting. I'm sure.
As far as
I
I
get.
remember, there wasn't a time set, and that's usually
No,
when
it
we
was set for
end up
Wednesday
advancing.
at not like at advance, but like it was set for the last day,
I don't remember.
and we
I
set
just
it on
remember
the first
saying
day. Yeah,
maybe.
I mean it's not a big
Okay.
deal, but like I get why he left. I was like more.
If that's the
I
case,
get
then we shouldn't have advanced. Our advanced policy is if we're waiting on a game that doesn't have a set time, then we're just not gonna wait because
maybe we
more
were waiting
times than
on
not,
Wednesday night is because what he said to me. I don't know. He
yeah,
sent me a message
more
right at
times than
advance
not,
and he was
if there's
already mad, and then we did that. So like I get him leaving in anger, but don't be a
yeah.
bitch, bro. Like
I mean that's you got to learn from it. And like DeLeaZy actually, he's had he's been
the
advanced
worst,
on, and he's been told
the worst
be
scheduler
better
of
at
all time.
scheduling. But he's actually gotten better at it the last few
I
weeks.
know he
He's
has.
done specific times, and he's
But
bought in, and I appreciate that, Louie.
I like when he doesn't, and then we tell him to pick a time. And I say we because I don't know why, but I still do it sometimes. Where I'm like, dude, that's not a time.
You,
Like it's
yeah,
like you just
kind of take
I,
ownership for the league still, even though you're not
yeah.
in league office.
Well, I mean, people's champ, man. Somebody's got to fight the fight. Fuck you, league office people. Plus, I'm gonna get my own league office, and eventually we're gonna take power. It's gonna happen. Chris is a
Well,
spy.
you could start like a
I never told
players
you guys.
union.
But like, Chris is absolutely my spy.
Does he post screenshots of the boardroom?
I mean, why would I need that? I know what you guys say in there. Like, can't you? I mean, I guess there's probably a little
But
bit
does he?
less talking shit about. No, not yet. But like, I don't
Yeah.
need that information.
I was trying to catch him because that would be grounds for removal.
Yeah.
If
Well, I
you
mean,
do
my
it. Yeah.
it's like he tweeted out it was his 20th birthday and Marcus deleted it. Like, what's that shit? It already added everyone. Like, it's not like it went away. It's not like that stops
No.
it from sending the app. There's still a notification. Everyone opened the app because of it. Like, it's his birthday. Why you guys
basically
shit on it?
Marcus? Yeah, he doesn't want that type of nonsense, Marcus. He told Chris
Yeah.
straight up. He's like, don't
No,
do that. People
Chris
don't
told
want to
me.
get added for dumb
Chris
shit
told
like
me
that.
that.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly
Gotcha.
what he told me. And I was like, that's super
Yeah.
dumb. Because, like, only dumb shit when he's not saying it. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Fuck. Next.
All right.
Uh,
So we hit on the people who left and KO users. I don't. Some of them seem pretty good. Some of them maybe
a
we'll
lot of
see.
USFL I did bad.
Yeah, I think they're all coming from USFL, and that's
They are, 'cause
fine by
it's
me
dead.
because they're recognizing the better league. And
Yeah.
you know who's still in the USFL that's not in TFGO is Old Eagles. What's his name?
Just the pipe? Dude, I asked for us to
Just
bring
yeah.
him, and nobody responded to me.
I think
I put it in
I
questions.
think most people would actually be okay with it. Most people.
Yeah,
But
no, that's what
the
I'm
person
saying.
that matters most isn't okay with it, and
It's tough titties, man. It's a goddamn democracy. This isn't your goddamn playground. All right?
it's not a
Like,
democracy though.
It
It's
should
not.
be. It should be.
Maybe.
Why can't
USFL was a democracy. They're, shit. They suck.
they suck because they got all of our leftovers because they can't recruit like Marcus can. Marcus
That's a good
brings a
point.
name and brings power, but like he
That's
doesn't
a
need
good
to be the
point.
key on the decision making. He just needs to have insight. Just because it's his league, I mean, a lot of us have put a lot of time into this bitch. Like saying it's exclusively his just because his name's on it seems because like
Well,
that's not what companies do. They're not like, well, shit, that guy finished the product, so he's the king. But like, I mean, he should still
I
be
will
in
say,
charge.
a lot of
I'm not saying anything
there's a lot
outside
of times
that.
where we as a league office, we kind of do a lot commissioner in the past few months. So we've
He's got a
actually
girlfriend.
taken
He's
a lot
busy,
on as far as
and you got
decisions.
PFF stuff.
But when there's a big decision, like we do
Yeah,
wanna
he's
get
on it.
involved because we don't want to take. We actually have to tag him and drag him. And sometimes
No.
it's good to have
Yeah,
just a
well,
guy
I
we can
get
lean on to make that decision.
that. I'm not even talking about that one. I'm talking about when it's like normal decisions that you guys could make as a group, but they don't get talked about and they just get made. But like, hey, who cares?
Sometimes, once in a while,
I
he'll
don't
do
really
that,
care.
but most of
Yeah.
the time, I think it's more of a group effort. Moving on. Let's talk
Chugs
about
entire mimosa. Holding tongue.
yeah. I just poured another one. Um, we've recently had a couple padding infractions. One was actually versus me. It was Goose, and Madden.
The cripple.
Destroyed
The
me.
footless goose,
He
man.
was up 3 touchdowns on me. He was feeding the ball to Noah Fant because
Breakout player scenario is bad, man. I think that next year or moving forward, like coming up with some limitations, like, hey, you can get star but not superstar, because the abilities make effects might be a good call. I think that making some of them more difficult might be a good call. But like the fact that he's doing that, I mean, that's a clear violation of the rules. He should just know that. I know get Noah Fan his thing, but like Goose, you're about to pick up a win against a 9-2 team. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, just finish the game. Like, you don't need to pass. Like, even just putting you at risk. Goose. Like, that's decision making as a caller. It's just dumb. Like, stats are
it's
not.
just not sim.
Yeah.
It's poor sportsmanship, honest.
No. Well,
And he
I
apologized,
really
and he,
Yeah.
feels really bad about it. But he knows now, obviously. But in the moment, he was
Yeah. Well, in the
obsessed
moment,
with that
everyone's
area.
stat thing.
Yeah,
Because what would that have been for Fan if he got it? Superstar?
I think so. Yeah.
So, like, I mean, that's superstar to me is
But-
worth the fine.
Oh yeah, he
Fine
got,
but-
that got him suspended for the rest of the season and all his. It was a big mistake by him, and he's gonna.
It set the.
I do feel
kinda bar
bad for
for doing
Goose,
it.
but he did it to himself, stuff like that, and it's like a bull seeing the red, fucking cape.
Yeah.
You see red and you
No,
go.
well,
and
when you're 2-8, like
I kind of
I've
get
been
it,
there.
but
It's hard to
and
not
then it's
want
funny
to
you
like,
said.
get A-Rob the ball or get Allen in last man. Late in games when I'm down by fucking 20 and I know I gotta throw, fuck it, we'll just go to the same times, because at least that's 500 XP. Like,
And then I agree with maybe not allowing from star to superstar. That's actually something I suggested in the league office chat when we're trying to discuss like we all agree there's something that needs to be done with these scenarios as far as limiting the amount of like dev upgrades that can happen. 'Cause a lot of them, it seems like we're gonna
Well, and
address it in
just
the off season somehow.
yeah, when you can actually look at it and take stock of what changed, like
Yeah.
fully. The thing is, like Telvin Coleman is having a great year. 19 touchdowns on 105 carries. Like that's 1,000 yards. That's a fucking crazy year. 7 yards a carry basically. But like, he's already. I have no idea what he started. He started at star, or was at normal. But like that seems crazy that I mean, that's a bad example because he had a crazy fucking year already. I'm trying to find one that got superstar that doesn't make sense, or at least got a shot at it.
Was it
I mean,
like
for me,
Jamon Moore?
Willie's. I mean, yeah. Well, Jamon Moore did his in like 3 weeks. That's what was stupid about that one. Is like he had 2 good weeks
think
and he was going to
maybe
go from
not
normal to
allowing-
superstar.
Not allowing the jump to superstar might be the move, at least from scenarios.
Yeah, well, you can make it something you player review because it isn't. I mean, abilities make a difference, man. Like Marlon Humphrey has abilities, and it's dope. Like it's dope. I love it. But if every corner that makes 6 or 8, I mean, we throw like all our stats are inflated because the offense seems weird. But I mean, there are a lot of guys with a lot of picks already. I've thrown 20, which seems low for the league. Like. I haven't actually looked at the numbers. I know.
I will say I
Murray
think our
was at,
interceptions
like,
are
25.
down from Madden 19, but they're still high.
True. Yeah, true. Definitely down. But like, I guess
But, like,
I'm
they're
just thinking number-wise, like, if in Madden 19 those picks translated to bad, and in this one we're getting like the dev traits makes it even easier for those players to get those picks, like it's gonna be an issue. So
I don't know if those are necessarily Madden's fault. Like, most of my picks are
A lot of
like
users, a lot of
50-50
bad
balls
choices.
or bad reads. Like,
Yeah.
it's at some point the users have to take responsibility because
I would say
look
the
at
tip
the
balls
league
are
leaders
bad.
for interceptions, tip balls, those are always annoying. Pretty much all defensive backs. And those, like last
that's
year, it
good.
was like all linebackers.
Yeah.
It's not
No,
like
better.
passing
I'm
art,
just-
you know?
What's our NFL like? I'm gonna look at the NFL pick numbers just because I'm
I
curious.
mean, I guess we can only ask people to be as good as they can be, like when it comes to interceptions or avoiding sacks. But I think people have to try to.
I mean,
change
my
their
thing
play
is we have
style.
so
Like,
we have
do
3
more.
30 picks.
I know
currently.
it's Jesus. I know it's like blasphemy, but dink
2
and
with
dunk,
29.
man. Take underneath
2
routes.
with
Don't just chuck it
28.
deep. Don't just like panic and throw it. Like, make reads, have a hot read if you have a blitz coming, dump it off, take your dump offs. That's why yards per catch or yards per completion is so high, because people just trying to hit the big shot. You don't have time to throw it deep all the time
So
anymore.
we
They
got
have the
11
wind-ups.
QBs. 11 QBs with 25 picks or more at week.
I've
ending
thrown
week
how many
13?
picks?
I literally
13?
just closed the screen, so 1 second.
I
Yeah,
know I
I've
was
thrown
at
20 with
11.
Lamar, but I also
Yeah.
throw the ball very
I feel
choosingly.
like the amount of picks I've thrown is
14.
a lot, but it's still on like the very low
The
end.
low end. Yeah.
And I don't feel like I've played great, so I think it's more
Yeah, it's us playing and
like
the way we play.
I
also think
deserve more
changing-
picks than that, to be honest.
Well, and I think
And I
when
think
we
I
change the
just think
coverage
people
and
need to
stuff,
adapt.
yeah, because like I mean, I'm assuming after the year there's going to be a change in coverage and stuff like that as far as sliders go, because it seems like offense kind of is king, and being able to play pass defense is king.
Speaking of offense, a much bigger one than Goose.
Oh, I digressed hard. Holy shit. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. It was good. I enjoyed that little digression.
All right,
but,
who was the other one?
The other stat padding was D. Lee of the Redskins. AJ
Oh, yeah.
Green catching 6 touchdown passes over 200 yards in a game he won by over 30 points. He caught his final touchdown with like 3 minutes left in the game. Like, when you're already up by over 20 points, there's no really reason to be throwing the ball at that point. Let alone the game. Like, he admitted he stopped subbing people out because the injuries seem to rarely happen, which I can I
Yeah,
understand. Like
I'm
you
for
adapt
it.
to how the
I
game
think we got
plays,
to bump
but
it up.
we should probably bump up the injury sliders.
I think we
But
gotta.
as far
At
as the stat
two,
padding,
one.
he
Sorry.
seems to have taken it in stride despite the initial kerfuffle. Someone said that word. I liked it.
I did too.
The initial kerfuffle with him and Nick.
When I called Nick a bitch. Yeah. I
No,
mean,
I get it. Nick's doing his job, but then he's in a position to be the bad guy, and then sometimes it sucks to be the bad guy, and you just have to do what you have to do.
yeah. My thing is like, why do we always gotta assume he did it purposely? Because like it's a dumb thing to do, and I know D-Lee's an idiot and was probably high, and like I could probably make
Yeah.
the same mistake if I was dumb, but I'm not. D-Lee, I love you. But like 85% of why I even stepped in, I didn't even look at any of it ahead of time. It was just because it seemed like Nick was like, fucking. I mean, he's being kind of a dick about it.
I think you just like
And,
to
like,
take the opposite side of whoever's getting
I
attacked.
don't think so. I mean, sometimes. My thing is like it shouldn't feel like an attack. He's getting fined. It's one thing to fine him, but like I guess it leads me to my whole thing where like I get tired of circumstance being the reason and shit. Cause like Devontae Adams had 6 TDs and got subbed out at halftime, and we're gonna say circumstance-wise that's fine, and D-Lea's is so bad, and like I guess I don't really care. I didn't look at D-Lea's, but like it just pisses me off when people pick and choose when they're gonna decide to like this one we're gonna care about, this one we're not gonna care about, this one I want it to be equal. So like I want everyone that puts up any sort of stupid numbers like that to get a fucking fine then. Unless it's someone else's fault. If no one's gonna go watch the game and like actually determine that he's like trying to stat pad. This is a bad example for what I'm saying is D-Lee's one because it sounds like he just sucks and was a stat padding little bitch. Yeah, I'm being aggressive now. See, this is the drinking. But yeah. I just circumstance. I would like it for it to be less circumstantial and more like, hey, we're going to look at every circumstance or we're going to look at no circumstance and it's going to be treated equally. That would be my one challenge to the league office as far as equality
Okay.
and fairness.
Let me.
Because that's where I was going with
reply.
my rant. No.
I'm gonna. Yes. You let me reply, motherfucker.
Fine.
What was I gonna say? I'm just kidding. So
Damn it.
my thoughts about it are, I'm not trying to determine intent. I'm just looking at what actually happened, and I don't expect anyone to like bench their starters before halftime. And if you get 6 touchdowns before halftime and it's still like a 2-touchdown game, I mean, shit, that doesn't look great. And if it happens more than once, then yeah, I'm gonna look harder at that. But one game against a bad team and you're still within 2 touchdowns, you score 6 touchdowns at halftime, and then you take them out at halftime, I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna really be too hard on that. But if you're up by 3 scores with 3 minutes left in the game and you're still throwing to the guy who has 6 touchdowns, at that point, that's too much. I mean, that becomes a point where it's too much. I don't even care if you intended to do it. I'm not trying to determine your intent. I'm not trying to say, well, I forgot. Like,
yeah, I'm not trying to
don't
say
forget.
that you should change the fine intent. I'm just saying berating people because they had intent.
Well,
like it's one thing if someone goes out
touching on that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one thing if someone goes out and is like, I'm gonna score 7 touchdowns. Like Chris's fucking game where he had 8 touchdowns with what's his nuts, the one that got Hines suspended for like ever. That game, like that was clear and done stat padding, and afterward, like it was with intent, not like he knew what he was doing. Oh well, I took him out. Like I guess I'm just
Maybe
saying
he
like.
knew. Maybe he didn't. It doesn't even matter.
It doesn't matter to the fine or the charge. I'm just saying, like, don't come out being a dick to people if you don't think they did it intentionally. That's where I got frustrated.
And that's fair enough.
In that situation.
That's fair enough. That's a different thing. Yeah. And we can all be civilized. You could just.
I mean, D-Lee brings it on
and the
himself with
punishment
Nick too.
And
they hate each other.
They
don't hate each other, but they like to
egg each other on, and it's a high tension situation. So
high tension.
Nick is passionate and he's passionate about the integrity of the league. So I appreciate that, but he could also be a little more like
Cozy.
level-headed, I guess. Like he has a
Cozy.
league office, so he should
Send
maybe
him to an
not let
HR class.
emotion get into it. I mean, you gotta remember, Nick is like 21. I forget that sometimes,
Is he
just
really?
because, first
I
of
think he's
all,
like
on the mic,
32.
he sounds like he's 29. Yeah,
Dude,
but
he sounds like he
he's
could be my dad, but like a foreign dad.
maybe
Like
he's
different.
older than. I think he's 21, and he looks 15. So I forget that sometimes, Nick. I love you,
We got to dive into
and
the
you're
face
young,
thing at some
so
point, right?
we can. Oh yeah, that's on the agenda. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
This is
So
gonna be a
I wanna
supersized
digress.
podcast because we haven't had one in 2 weeks. So
Yeah,
all right.
I wanna digress back a little bit because so part of the reason like I stem on this whole circumstance thing is ever since that time I saw Marcus go for it on 4th and 8 up 21 versus Long Bomb in Long Bomb's territory to score a touchdown instead of just kicking a field goal with like 3 minutes in the game and him not getting punished. Like, and like part of that's I didn't make a huge fucking deal about it because I should have. But like, I literally watched Marcus do it, and he said it wasn't stat padding, and it was. And ever since then, I just don't trust like anything he says. So
I don't
yeah,
recall the situation. What?
yeah.
When was
Well,
this?
this was last Madden 19. It would have been like right before I quit, probably about a week or two. And Marcus was playing long bomb. I've told you about it before. And it
What? How much?
happened.
How many points was he up?
I have no idea, like on top of my head.
He
I just
was. It
remember
was the
watching. I
game
think it
was
was
in
14
hand.
to 21, and the game was over in the fourth, and it was like
14 to
six
21,
minutes left.
or he was
No,
up by 14
like
or
he was
21.
up 14 or 21. I mean, it
Okay.
was TLB with the Lions,
Did he
and
pass to go for it?
it was 4th and 8. Yeah, of course he passed. It was 4th and 8,
That
and like
is
he could have kicked a field
probably
goal. Yeah,
unrealistic.
well,
I
I
will
mean,
say I've seen
in the
teams not kick or punt in that situation, but they just run it because they don't want to risk a turnover.
yeah.
But
I mean, my thing is
they don't
it's a
pass
video
for
game
it.
and
They
you're
just
up on a guy you know sucks and you beat his ass day in and day out and you're gonna go for it on 4th and 8 up 21 in the fourth quarter because like this situation might call for it. Like he was in field goal range as far as I was
I
concerned with
think
Mason Crosby. But like
I understand
like I
his
said,
thinking there
I look back at that situation and
because
I just go, dumb, stupid. I don't care if it's realistic. It seems unsportsmanlike. For me, in
what
a
he
video
should have
game
done
that you're
there
choosing to
is
play, kick the field goal.
didn't want to risk like a kick block because that's
Kick
why
the
they do
field
it.
goal.
That's
Like we
yeah,
can't block.
and we no
You can't.
yeah.
We can't
Listen,
use
they
it.
don't exactly. That's yeah, exactly. We can't block a field goal, but if you want to try to be realistic like that by going for it on fourth down when you're up by that much, you run the ball and give yourself up, and then it's turnover and downs because that's what teams do. They don't go for it trying to get it. They just run the ball and not risk like a big turnover running back for a touchdown. That's why they do it. They don't go for it
I mean, I
to
get
get
the
it.
reasoning you do it in actual football. I don't get why Marcus
So
is doing it
he
in
was
Madden
halfway
in
there,
field goal
but he
range
was
on
yeah, he
against
needed to be
TLB.
more conscious about what he was doing.
Yeah. But like ever since that moment, like I don't trust anyone. So that's probably why I see ghosts and call Marcus on his bullshit all the time.
I'm gonna call myself out right now because
Yeah, I
I
heard you
went
cheated.
for it on fourth. It was unintentional, but I did fuck up. I went for it on 4th and 8 or so. I was up by 3 points. I was in the red zone, and I went to kick a field goal. And I was like, it was late in the game. There's like 2 minutes left, and I was like, shit. There might not be a kick meter, and I pressed kick field goal play, and then like I looked to the wind direction thing, like just to see if there was a meter, and like it looked funny. I was like, wind direction, where's the meter? That's not a meter. And I just thought there was no meter, and I was looking in the wrong spot. The meter's in the middle, but I was looking at the right side where the wind direction thing is, and I thought there was no meter. And I called the timeout. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not gonna try to kick a field goal right now with no meter."
Yeah.
So I went for it, and then I got
I mean,
it,
my
and
thing
then
is
I ended up scoring a touchdown.
I've stopped even calling the field goal to see if there's a meter because I don't expect there to be, and I don't feel like wasting a timeout in those situations. So, like, I would say you, like, while you fucked up a little bit, it's, I mean, it's just as likely you didn't even call field goal in the first place to try to look, and you wasted a timeout. And on top of it, like, how many hours of sleep were you on? I mean, you're sick right now, but like, let's be real.
I was sick at that point too. I had 6 hours of sleep in the past 3 days because it's a
Yeah.
weekend and it's a football season.
Yeah. No. So
And
like,
I'm not
that's
saying it's
yeah.
an excuse, but that definitely contributed. And
No, well, and it
just
would make
expecting there to be no
anyone.
meter kind of got in my
Yeah.
head.
It would make
And
anyone, I think,
unfortunately,
have the issue. And it's
yeah,
understandable.
and
But
that's a
like I
situation
said,
where
you called yourself out and basically said you'd take whatever if there would be any pushback from the people in charge.
yeah,
And we're like, you
I
gave
was ready
yourself
for a
up and
punishment, and
yeah,
then every time I'm ready for punishment, when I fuck up, I call myself out, and then nothing happens, and then I kind of feel like a piece of shit.
good. That's how you should feel, you fucking cheater. It's okay though.
It's the biggest punishment I can get, to be honest.
Yeah. So I mean, I probably don't deserve a punishment, but like when I was playing that stupid fucking baby man, one point I almost quit.
Baby
Like
man.
I literally
He's
pulled
he's the
up.
baby Batman now.
Oh yeah, when I was playing that stupid baby Batman, dude, I pulled up the quit like for the first time this Madden, I literally was on the quit button. I was about to leave so quickly, and it wasn't even like I
First
threw a
time?
pick. It was my fault, but he made a one-handed one. This Madden, first time this Madden, I was gonna
Okay,
quit a game.
gotcha.
Last Madden, that was like a consistent theme, but yeah, and then I almost did like the whole I'm gonna insult the guy that's kicking my ass thing because I'm mad about it. So like I'm gonna be mad online. So I almost went for that.
Yep.
And then I like pivoted from that to like at one point it was I don't even know what down it was. I I can't remember what led me to do it, but like I fumbled or I threw a pick. I think I threw a pick and his corner made a one-handed pick over my guy and then like landed running. And so the next play I called punt block and it was like first and 10 with 5 minutes left. So like people do dumb shit. That's where I'm going with this. Like you fuck up
Yeah.
sometimes. I was high, I was mad, but like he wasn't going to score and he didn't because I'm great at punt block. But still, it's dumb. I shouldn't do that. So yeah, but like that stupid baby man, playing him. My last 3 games weren't really that fun. Grimy was actually really fun in this Madden. I like the whole thing he's got going on there. Like, dude, the Texans whoop my ass and the Niners whoop my ass, and then the Bengals whoop my ass. Oh, that was in a
And you
sim.
whooped my ass.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna do it again too. Jesus Christ, dude. Tomac put up 37 on me in a sim. I didn't even look
I got
at
a
that.
plan for you. I got a plan, and it's gonna work. And you're going
What's the
down.
plan? Oh, to beat
I'm not
me?
telling you. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. I'll probably lose. I kind of hope I do. Like, I get nothing out of winning. 4-8. Like, I'm trying to get in that draft pick conversation right now. Because it seems
You
like a
you don't
lot
play
of
for
people.
pride. You're just gonna give up.
No, I'm gonna
You're just
try to
gonna
beat your
you're just
ass.
gonna tank.
No, I mean I'm not gonna tank because they're like 5, 1,
I know
2,
people
3,
tank in
4,
here.
5,
There's plenty of
6,
tanking going
7,
on
8,
because
9,
you either
10.
got
There are
people.
10 teams with 3 wins. 10. 10 fucking
That's my
teams.
point. You either got
Yeah.
tankers or you got people trying to go for the playoffs. There's
Well,
no
we
in
got new
between.
guys. We got new guys.
Have some pride, people.
Hey, I'm 4-8. I had pride. I was on top of our division at
I
one point, but then
appreciate
I
that.
had 2
You're
sims.
like 7-9 every season, and that's
Yeah.
like
The
fucking
worst.
limbo.
That's the
It
fucking
is.
worst. It's actual
It's
fucking
terrible.
bullshit. I'm gonna be like the 14th to
If you were
18th
smart,
pick
you'd
this
tank.
entire Madden. Yeah, and the one season I did, I quit after because it sucked.
It does. It's not fun. It's not fun losing. I don't care what you
Yeah.
say.
Dude, it's
Fun
not.
losing.
And like we need to get this quarterback fumbling thing solved. Whether it means like you up Lamar's carrying to 99 or we make the carrying slider 1,000, like I don't care, man, but
What's Lamar's carrying, by the way?
I don't
What
know.
is it?
I never
Because I
looked.
don't know if do quarterbacks just have lower carrying attribute, or do quarterbacks fumble more
75.
by design? So he shouldn't fumble as much as he does. So quarterbacks carrying should be higher on average
Oh,
if
hey,
they're a
we
running
make Lamar
quarterback.
captain.
I
Sorry.
th- I do think we should up either fumbles or quarterback carrying on average because they do
Yeah.
fumble, like
I
at
mean,
least running quarterbacks.
I have 13 fumbles on 86 runs.
13 fumbles, Jesus.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, I get I should slide, but my thing is like with the stupid hit sticking bullshit. Like, I will make a juke and be in clear space, and then someone will come flying in from off screen and absolutely like. I mean, it's just the way the magnet of that works sometimes. It's fucking impossible to slide if you even try to make a move. So it's either don't try to make a move and settle for 6 to 7 yards and waste the fact that sometimes it's a touchdown. So basically what I do is I just pick and choose. Like 85% of the time I'm trying to slide, and then the other, I mean,
It's a big risk to try to make a juke with a quarterback because I
Yeah.
feel like it's 50-50 if you're going to fumble.
Oh,
if
for
not
sure.
worse.
Well, and my thing is Lamar makes the first guy miss pretty much exclusively always, but whoever is
Exclusively
second,
always.
exclusively always, but whoever is second always gets fucking murdered. I'm looking right now
I'm
though, 'cause I want to see.
I'm interested to see. There was just a Madden update, and they said to have worked on his sticks to make them less like successful, and then there's less of that warping, and then less like if you miss the first one, you can do another one really quick, like less of that. So hopefully that helps. I've noticed a lot of times, not even user, but CPU hit sticks, like they'll warp.
Oh, dude,
If they're not in
you saw the-
position, they'll still
You
warp
saw the Earl
into you.
Thomas one, right? Against Grimy?
Yeah.
The one where Earl
Yep.
hit stick the dude and the ball went through the end zone? It's like
Yeah.
Earl closed like 8 yards on that play. And like I really actually
That's not
thought,
an angle you can get hit sticked on in real life. You can't
No.
hit stick from that angle.
I thought
like
as
you
far
can
as like a realistic
try to dive
play,
at their
stopping the
legs and
run,
like maybe
Earl could
tackle
do
them
that.
3 yards later.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's
Like,
not.
it's-
Yeah.
That's not a fumbling
It's
play.
really
Unless-
frustrating.
Yeah. The only time it's ever a fumbling play is if they're coming off a block and don't see the guy, which hardly
That's-
ever happens.
Yes.
Ever.
Blindside hit sticks, 100%. I'm all for it. Crossing over the middle when a receiver catches it
Yeah.
and gets just walloped. Fine. It's a video game. They're not gonna get hurt. Do it. all
Anything
day.
towards the
But, like,
sideline is dumb.
At a
Like, I mean-
random angle, like when you're in
Yeah.
pursuit, that doesn't happen. That's not real
Or-
life. That's not
Or like
physics.
down the line. That's the one that bothers me the most. Is like I'll be about to get a first down and I'll be like 1 inch from it and someone will fucking floor me flat on my ass as I'm running in a straight line and they're running laterally. Like the only way it works like that is if you time it perfectly. And you can
or if the
clearly
guy's got
see
50
their
pounds
time.
on you.
Yeah, well, but you can see like the timing is off in Madden. Like, so I should have the gap. I have it, and then fucking hit stick will fucking clean you, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Third and inches, man. Don't even get me started on third and inches. If I could go back and document the amount of games I've lost this season because I can't convert third and inches, I would say it's 4. 4 fucking games I probably lost because I can't convert on third and inches. 2 because they turned into fucking fumbles on QB sneaks.
Well, the one against me, you still won, so don't count that game. You still won that game.
Oh yeah, I did. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. I won't forget ever.
All right, what's next? Let's.
What is next? Let's talk about faces. Faces
Oh,
of
shit.
TFGO.
I gotta
We
pull
get
up
to
the
learn a
app.
lot of people's faces. Yeah. Pull up
Should
the
we give out
picture.
some awards like best looking?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was
Definitely-
thinking that. Let's do it.
Parents
So first,
incestual-
who
incestual
looks
child.
exactly like you thought? I wasn't thinking that, but we can go there if you want.
Who looks exactly like I thought they would?
Yeah, who looks like you thought they would? I know I already saw some pictures of a few people, so I won't.
Yeah, I'm
include
leaving them out.
Like
I was gonna say I
Crazy
knew what
War
Chris
Hero,
looked like.
Chris, like even even Hawking's picture that was included doesn't look exactly like his face cam. Like his
Yeah,
photo
dude.
looks like a stock like model.
Right? No,
picture,
it
like,
looks
from
fake.
like a yearbook.
Like somebody stole it from a fucking photo. Like you bought a
Yeah.
what is it called? A photo frame, and like you got a fake photo.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
Like, that's
that's the photo that came in the frame.
I would say for me, like Black Sheep, dude. The sheep, for sure. Like,
I've seen a picture of him, so that one
oh,
didn't surprise me.
see,
You never
I
saw
didn't
him?
see him. No, he looks exactly like what I pictured, and it's
Yeah,
like a
he does.
mix
It's
of.
very majestic.
Yeah, no, majestic is the word I use, but like for some reason in my head I always pictured Stanley from The Office, and I know that may be like just
That
stereotypical, but like I
no,
thought, I
yes.
mean, he's got he's just got that vibe. Like he
That kind of looks
doesn't really
like a cool version of Stanley. That looks
exactly
like Vacation
like
Stanley.
retired Stanley,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like
Florida Stanley.
he seems like he probably doesn't give a shit what anybody else, like he doesn't care about all the bullshit we talk or
I
any of this
guess
stuff. He
Atlanta is
just
pretty
wants to
close
play his
to
game,
Florida,
get his
so
job done, get home, and enjoy his family. He seems like a great guy, like class act. I would say like the
he's
most surprising
when
one
he
to
sent me
me.
that picture, my response was The Godfather. He just that
Yeah,
just summed it
that's
up to
fitting.
me.
So like 8 totally looks like Jim Halpert. I don't know if anyone else was thinking
Yeah,
it.
that's Long Bomb.
That's Long Bomb. Long Bomb, you look like
Yeah,
Jim, dude. Like you need to milk that.
I see it. I see
Ladies
it.
love Jim. You need to learn his charm
Do
and just
something
match
about
that
that
swagger.
hair. I don't know how you normally have it, but that ain't it. So do something about it.
2 looks like Braun Strowman. Like pretty sure that's
I don't
Reptar
know who that
Spunk.
is. Is that like MMA or something?
Oh, Braun Strowman, he's a WWE wrestler who's like
WWE
6'10", and
wrestler.
they say he's like 390. Dude, Google him. He's freaking huge. I mean, you got a computer
Yeah,
right in
yeah,
front of you,
that's
right? Like,
Reptar's
yeah.
penis.
So wait, Nick was 3, right?
Nick is 3. Yeah, that's Nick. I was expecting some, not that, honestly. Just
Dude,
expecting someone older.
when I look at Nick, I see like I could probably go in on that picture for like 40 minutes, and I don't want to because I really like Nick. But like in
I
that
mean,
picture, the
yeah.
eyebrows, man, like oh Nick, you look like so the chain, Nick. Oh, Nick. He probably slays though.
Nick looks
Chicks
like
probably dig
a
him.
kid I was friends with in like middle school.
Yeah, dude, no, he looks like a kid I played lacrosse with every time I was on a lacrosse team. There was one kid on the team that looked like that, and like he was totally fine and cool, but like always, I don't know what it is. What he looks exactly like my friend Jack Steele. It's weird. Jack Steele, what a porn name, right? But like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then like
Is that a
I
real name?
think, yeah, that's my. I played lacrosse with him. I'm pretty sure he's the kid that high-lowed me and fucked up my ankle in high school, and then we ended up being teammates like 3 years later. Uh,
Uh,
Fun fact. Yeah. But yeah. I don't know. Nick looks like a kid I would avoid just because I would assume he's a douchebag from a distance. And like
then he has this guy.
yeah, but like just the picture. I don't know what it is about that picture, Nick, but like it makes me think you want to stab me. Like just the way you're looking at the camera and the mouth you're making, it's like that dude wants to. I can see it in his eyes. Who's 6?
He wouldn't be the first one to want to stab you.
Yeah.
That's
No, dude,
Lickety.
I got choked in a bathroom once. Sorry. Yeah.
6 is Lickety Splitter.
Huh. Interesting.
I see
See,
it
like,
now. It's not. It's. I didn't
yeah.
really have a vision for Lickety, but I see it. He's even got the Buffalo Bills color under his collar. It looks like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's exactly what I expected. He does look like my buddy's gay friend who also raps. Pretty sure he goes by Little Tink. But like in that
He
7
does
picture,
look like he
not
could swing a few different ways.
well, it's not even that. It's the way he's got his hair and like that dude does glam and it like from the distance and the
Yeah.
lighting, it looks like Tomac like glammed up a little bit for that picture.
It was a Halloween costume, so I'm
Oh, for
willing
sure.
to give him the benefit
Yeah.
of the doubt.
Oh, I am too.
Not that there's
I'm just
anything wrong
saying,
with that.
like it's candidly like he looks like Little Tink, man. It's crazy. Little
And
Tink
I will
Tink.
say he didn't volunteer that picture. Grimy had that picture, and I just decided to
I didn't
share
know
it
they were
with
college
everyone.
friends.
So
That's pretty cool.
Grimy and Tomac, is that where they know each other? I didn't know that.
I think
I
so.
just figured they knew each other from like a previous Madden League or something.
Yeah, I think it's college, but I could be
Oh,
wrong.
okay.
Uh, so like let's take a second and talk about 4. We need to like
Yeah,
pay
I
special
was gonna go
attention.
there too. Yeah,
Okay,
man.
cool.
He
You
looks
lead.
like
I want to hear what.
he looks like he belongs in a Bond movie. He's got that professional like assassin look, and he's got the
It looks
Bond
like
girl
it,
next to him.
dude. To me, it looks like he wants like he thinks he's David Beckham, but like he's not. I think is what like I mean literally the look to a T, like the black pants, white shirt. Pretty sure he's got like it's a tiny picture. I'm really close to my phone. I have a lot more drink than I thought.
Let me make an observation here. It doesn't look like he's wearing a
That's
belt.
his wife,
She's
though.
wearing some kind of robe. Are they married? Or are they?
That's what. I mean,
I think
that's
married.
what. Yeah.
I
like,
know
that's
he was saying that
he
they're talking
outkicked
about
his
kids,
coverage.
so I assume they're married.
Yeah, outkicked
yeah.
his coverage. For
Let
sure.
me finish my observation. It doesn't look like he's wearing a belt. She's wearing a robe. They are poisons.
Oh, this is a post-coitus
photo.
photo? Who dresses up post-coitus,
100%.
though?
If you're taking a selfie,
I mean,
like,
if anything, this is before they went out. Like, she's got the "don't talk to me" face.
Does that mean it can't be post-coitus?
I mean, maybe they just fucked and then. Yeah, it could be post-coitus. Why is the 4 on his dick? Did you do that purposely?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. But, like, I mean, good for McCready. He outkicked his coverage. If only he could control that anger and stay in the Madden League.
And
like,
apparently, she looks like that, and she comes from money. So, props McCready.
Okay, well, if she looks like that and comes from money, I'm gonna come over to Scotland.
I think
Scottsdale.
McCready should host some kind of TFGO like get together, like just fly
Yeah,
everyone to a location. We have this big like fucking
He's
convention
gonna fly everyone.
party, and yeah, man, he can
He's
afford
gonna
it.
pay for it.
He's like 23 and retired, or basically seems like.
Yeah, me too.
He's like I don't have much to do, so I'm gonna have a baby.
Yeah, dude. No, I decided for sure. Like, if
That'll
I'm
take a
still
lot of
doing
time,
this shit by the time I get married, and some of you fuckers are here, I'm just gonna send the invites and see what happens. It'll be a party. Who knows?
I'll go. I will go.
Oh, I know you
100%.
would. I know you would. Of course, you know
Yeah.
you'd be on the list. My thing is like, who's the least like what you expected them to look?
The least like what I expected. I won't include any new guys, so I don't really know them that much.
That's kind of my thing. Like, it's hard to have expectations for.
I don't know.
guy.
I think everyone. I think Nick. Nick is the one.
Oh, dude, for me it was the ginger baby for sure.
Oh yeah,
for
he's
sure.
up there too. Yeah.
I thought for sure it would be like some nerdy little dweeby bitch-looking kid, and it's fucking Batman. Like,
I don't know what he normally dresses like. Like that's a Halloween costume, but I pictured like a. Do you watch MTV The Challenge or Real World or any of that?
I mean, in like high school.
Do you know Kahada?
I got Google. Google's Kahada.
Well, I pictured like a Texas guy, like a cowboy type, like a Wrangler. Because I'm pretty sure he has like an accent, like a cowboy accent, and just the way he says
Oh,
howdy.
shit.
That's what I pictured.
Yeah. No, I like it. Sorry, my dad just sent me these pictures. They are somewhere in Utah, and it is very pretty. Drinking. I need to stop. Okay. But yeah, so the baby caught me off guard. I would say Nick was definitely up there. I always pictured someone like kind of big and husky, like to be Nick.
Yeah, me too.
So
I thought he said
more...
he like played hockey, so I thought maybe he'd be more muscular. It's hard to tell from that picture, but he looks pretty skinny.
Pretty. Yeah, he does. I'm trying to think. What other? I guess. Where's the list like matched up? Is that somewhere like accessible?
Yeah, I posted it in the chat the other day.
Yeah, I'm not going back. We'll figure it out later. I was gonna just.
I can.
Go
If
through,
you ask me, I know
really
who they all
checked it.
are. If you.
Who's 13?
13 is
And 1.
The Dolphins guy.
New
One
guy.
is the Steelers.
New guy.
They're both new people. Yeah. So
Yeah.
no real impressions. What do you think about my picture?
Think you look like you are fucking like. You go to games at Bama, but like you show up and don't have the money to get in, so you just tailgate. And like you tell everyone about how good Bama is, like you're a part of the team, but like you also don't donate. Like that's what you are in that picture to me. You're like
Yeah.
you look like an old man, and I'm guessing that's what you're going for. Like you got the
Yeah,
hutch going, and
I
I
got my
mean,
pants like that belt is above my belly button in that picture.
ugh, taller than I thought. Yeah, no, that picture
That
definitely made me think that you're like 67.
I was impressioning a golf instructor called David Ledbetter. He wears a hat like that, and
Ah.
it was this thing.
Pretty sure I know who that is,
But
just because my dad watches golf videos on YouTube.
yeah, he's
Uh,
pretty golf famous.
Golf famous. You should coin that term.
So
Golf famous.
who is the best looking?
I mean, my thing is, I feel like a lot of these photos are dated. Like, I'd like to do this
Yeah.
with like a fucking selfies.
Who's got the best looking photo then?
When everyone sends in,
Like their best foot forward.
no, everyone just sends in a fucking selfie of them right in that moment, and like
Great.
that's fucking you. Not
Yeah.
like Ty's clearly got lighting changes on his. Ugh. Um.
He sent me a couple photos. One he had like a faux hawk type deal, with more hair but still the same terrible hairline. Love you, Ty.
I'm staring at his big dumb face. It makes me so happy. Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, my mullet.
Look at Chris's
thing
big
is-
dumb face in that photo.
Yeah, no, Chris looks exactly like what I thought he looked.
Yeah.
And me and Chris are Instagram friends now. Yeah, friends.
Really?
Yeah, I still think that like
So interesting.
26 beard is crazy. So like that puts him in contingency. I
That's,
think in that
the new
photo,
Titans.
my mullet was nasty. So like, I mean, I'd give myself best looking, but like, that's just me.
That's not. No.
Dude, McCready.
Not in these
I mean,
photos.
McCready.
I think you gotta go
literally-
McCready, right?
Yeah, dude. I mean, he looks like
Let
he
me
looks like
tell
a
you
kid
a
I
sleeper,
like hated in
a
middle
dark
school.
horse for best looking
Because-
in these photos.
He had a prominent chin and like facial hair at like 15. McCready looks like that type of douche. Like McCready clearly, he was like 5'8", because he's a midget like me.
He does look.
He has a
pretty short
flaw. No, he has a flaw.
there. Yeah.
That's his one
Yeah.
flaw. Clearly, his one flaw. But yeah, I agree with Helly. I would say it's probably him. I would say maybe number 2.
Let me
I
give
don't
you a
know.
dark horse.
Hear it?
Number 18.
Yeah, he's got pretty
Look at
eyes.
that hair. Look at that hair. Look at those eyes.
I mean, my thing is, I know
shit.
what he looks like now, and right now he looks like a snack. So like, it doesn't really
I was
like.
Here's what I said
18
when he sent me that photo and he sent me his current photo. It's like combine that hair with that beard, dude. That would make me question my sexuality. That's what I said to him. That's what he posted in the chat and had everyone.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's got beautiful eyes. He's got like this
Yeah.
really intense thing about him. It's like almost
Is that real
animalistic.
blonde hair or do you think it's dyed?
I mean, his beard's pretty light. I would say most people that have hair like that probably
It's probably real.
dye it or have it when they're young and kind of grow out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is like he had to be stoned as fuck in that picture. If he's not, then that dude has allergies and needs a doctor. Like, I look at his eyes.
I think
and
SG
go,
looks exactly like
Which one is SG? I never took
17.
the time to care. I literally never went through and put names to faces because I like imagining. Really, SG
Yeah.
17? I
Yeah.
thought he'd be fatter.
I think he looks exactly. It fits with his whole persona.
Yeah, no, I like it. I do. I'm a fan. I mean, I think Ty's pretty good looking, to be honest. Like,
He's got a nice smile.
big head, big smile, big personality.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a lot
Big
of
teddy
characters
bear.
in here. Is 20 D-Lee?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured.
A lot of people thought DLeaZy or thought Free at Last was 20. So 20 and 27. I could see it
Oh.
just as
See,
personality.
I always
But
thought at first I thought D-Lee was 18 because like I don't know. That picture just seems fitting to what I picture D-Lee's
I could see
personality.
it. I could
Just
see it.
sitting
Yeah,
there
yeah.
like, I love ladybugs. And then like staring into the camera.
I'm a free
Like
spirit, and then I'm also kind of like a not gonna be mean.
no, I like D-Lee a lot because he's got a different life, dude. It's like
I wanna like DLeaZy. I really
he's
do. I wanna
interesting.
like him. 'Cause sometimes he just fucking pisses me off.
Well, I mean, we all just do that sometimes.
That's true,
I mean,
including
I
you.
do it purposely.
Okay,
Like,
you do.
yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
do.
I can't
You
help it.
insult a group, but what do? You don't insult me personally. You insult a group that includes me. Like, what the fuck, dude? I'm a part of that.
All Patriots fans are bitches, man. I stand by it. I'm
Yeah, you
still
insult the league
fucking
office, you
pissed.
insult Patriots fans, but you won't man up and insult me personally.
Because I don't have a problem with you personally. And I don't normally have a problem with anyone. I just have a problem with
You just have a
organizations.
problem with the people I associate with.
Just
My
all of
feelings
them.
are hurt.
It's not even the ones
All
you
of 'em.
associate. I hate association. Everyone should just be by themselves. No. Oh shit.
Need more drink.
Jeb got into the NyQuil.
I finished this whole fucking bottle, bro.
All right. I need to make another one. Then. Let's see how
I
the
think,
signal is as I walk. What else we got to talk about?
Hit on
I mean,
I think we've hit on all my topics. Do you have anything you want to talk about?
I do. I just need to make this
All
drink real quick. Give me.
right. What are you drinking?
Uh, mimosas.
Oh no, I have one more topic.
Oh shit.
It's not that big of a deal. It's just
No, it's a big deal.
topic
You got
and
loud
stuff.
about it. Let's get loud. Let's get
I get
fucking
excited. I
loud.
had one more.
Let's do it.
No, I actually have two more. First one, Madden 20 somehow is more glitchy than Madden 19. What's up with that?
It's a shitty compounded game. I mean, they shouldn't have to.
So what I
Like, the thing that bothers me, and like bothers me more than anything, like, you see those stadium photos, like the one you posted, or the one, like, that's the attention to detail stuff that makes it very clear that they don't really care, to me. Because, like, people that care
Yeah.
get details right. Details are what is important
Yeah.
to people that care. So it makes it
about the
kind of
shit.
clear that, like, we may not, especially franchise, and, like, so I get, like, the new Patriots, like, flag isn't what's important. I get that. Like, I understand that that's a minuscule detail. But, like, detail is what's important if you want a good product. And it just means every year that we get more better mutt and more mutt choices. And like this year, they spent all the time adding all the X factors and superstar abilities and having how those are going to impact the game. They didn't take the time to work on any of the detail shit that is part of why we play it. I mean, it just seems crazy.
They added a whole fucking like kickoff or knockout KO mode, whatever the fuck bullshit. I haven't even looked at it, but I know they
I
added a
killed the
whole new
bottle too,
mode
by the
before
way.
fixing the fucking kick meter. Are you fucking kidding me? Didn't get
That's
out there.
that's your thing. Is like in the 2-minute drill, you don't have a kick meter. Like, how do you not test that? How do you not know that that's going to be an
It's
issue at
kind of a big
rollout?
deal. Like it
Yeah,
affects
oh, it's super
every
big deal.
close game.
Yeah, one, it's just a dumb detail. Like, it's dumb. And my
I can't
thing is,
believe,
like, I've
like-
kicked 2 onside kicks. Covered both of them. So, like, let's not even dive into if onside kicks are unstoppable with fucking Justin Tucker, because I think they might be in the fourth quarter within 2 minutes, because I've recovered 2 for
It's-
2.
It's one thing for this to be like a glitch, and then
Yeah.
they find it and fix it. But the fact that they've known about it for how long now?
Weeks.
2 months? Are you fucking kidding me? Like,
I mean,
have some pride. Take some,
yeah,
like, ownership of your game. How do
remember
you
last Madden
have a game that does
when Marcus
this?
had like
I would be
guards
embarrassed.
motioning and like wide receivers motioning to where the guards
Yeah,
were,
when you
and like
call an
that
audible and a wide receiver lines up at right guard.
yeah, that was a glitch. I never had that happen once in Madden 19. Anything like that. But like
Yeah.
that was a glitch and it happened randomly and it was deal withable and frustrating and stupid. This is something that happens in literally every single game. Not a glitch, not like if it's within 2 minutes there is no kick meter. I haven't had one this entire season. So like I mean it's not even like a slight glitch. It's an actual just imperfection in the game and I don't think they know how to fix it. That has to be what it is, or they really just don't care. Either way, I mean,
Madden 19 was very glitchy, and it didn't seem possible for Madden 20 to be more glitchy. And the way they talked about like how they were working on Madden 20, like they were fixing glitches from the beginning as they went, instead of all at once at the end. Like I had hoped that it was gonna be less glitchy. Like you would think, like how could it be more glitchy? But it is.
I don't know.
How the fuck? How is it more glitchy? You need to reassess the way you're doing things, Madden.
Part of
It
me is
just,
curious.
it ain't it.
Yeah, part of me is curious if you use a roster, if you like, and not like, but like if you use their base roster, the one that's supposed to fit with the game, and you started a franchise today, I don't know if you have that issue. Like, I mean, I think part of why we had issues last Madden, because I'm sure it's hard to apply. Like, you can apply fixes to the gameplay, but like, do those all apply to every single franchise that's already been started perfectly and seamlessly, especially when they change the sliders and the entire roster? Like, I just don't know how much we help ourselves by having, like, I don't know how this shit fucking works. I guess that's my statement is like, you'd think because we're using custom everything, custom sliders, custom everything, the gameplay would be further from what they designed it to be, which makes sense. But like, why it shouldn't cause issues. So I don't know if it is a cause, if it could be a cause, but like,
Well,
just a
if you're gonna
thought I
release a
have.
game and then have updates that fix stuff, but you have to restart all your leagues, all your franchises,
Yeah,
then
it's stupid.
don't release the game if it's not ready.
Exactly.
And that's not an excuse. If you
No.
can't update current franchises,
Well, but the
don't
excuse
release
is
it.
it's yearly. Like, oh, well, we gotta release
Well,
it
then don't
yearly.
release one every year. There's no
Yeah.
excuse.
No, I
Have
mean,
a game
I
that's
agree.
ready
Like,
to
if we
play,
want
or
the
don't
product
release
to be
it. And
perfect,
it's yeah.
we need
We
competition. I mean, that's
We're not
what you
asking for a
need.
perfect product is the thing.
Yeah.
We're just acting,
No, well,
asking for one that actually works.
has a
Like,
kick meter.
can we just play football and not have fucking
Yeah.
wide receivers line up as guards or kick meters? We're not asking for that much. We're asking for incremental improvements while a game that plays normal without fucking stupid ass glitches. We're not asking for a lot.
I'm asking for
We still
Lamar
buy
to
your
be
game
better
every
than a
year.
63 overall. That's what I'm asking for. On top of this entire
Well,
rant.
that's
It's a different conversation. Sorry.
Oh, I've
I
let's
totally took
we have
some of your
another
steam.
thing to talk about. No, it's
Ooh.
all good.
I'm a steam taker.
So now
Call
that
me
we're
Steamboat.
into the season and we have a draft class actually to look at.
Yeah. Can you
Have
tell
you
us
looked
a
at the
little
draft
bit?
class at all? I
Little
can
bit.
talk about it. What?
No, well, I was
have
just gonna
you
ask,
looked
can
at
you
it?
explain how you guys did the dev traits a little bit? I'm sure people are curious because, like, I was just suggesting ideas one day because I was talking to Nick and SG about it because we all kind of decided it seems unfair that two people get to see it. And like I wasn't trying to call you and Marcus out, and it seems like you had a good plan to address the issue. So why don't you explain what you're doing on that front, and then I can tell you if the plan's
Well,
dumb. Because from what I understand, it seemed good, and I liked it, and I appreciated not getting yelled at.
has some. It's not what I thought.
Oh,
The devs. I will say that.
well, that's
I'm not-
upsetting.
I'm not
it's not a good start.
intending to throw anyone under the bus, but I am a little bit disappointed. And So I made the whole draft class, me myself,
Yep, I know you
and
did.
using PFF grades. And the intention was to make it using PFF grades, and then have random dev throughout the whole class, and then have like a draft guide using grades to kind of
Yeah, the way
guide people
PFF
to who
decides
is
them
good and
to,
stuff.
yeah, make it a little
So
more inclusive.
because when you scout, you get 3 traits. Like that's kind of dumb. It
Well,
gives you
and
a little
it's
more insight to who's good.
well, and the fact that like the speed, like he can run a 4.5 and have the same speed as if you ran the 4.4. Like it's confused. Like it's not really helpful. And I think
Well,
your
that
letter
type of
grading
thing is
system
like
just adds it adds a little more depth, I guess is what I was saying.
that wouldn't be the draft guide wouldn't touch on physical stuff. Just
No, I
grades.
know. I was just saying I think that's a dumb mislead. I don't know. It had nothing to do with you. It just bothers me. How like
I
changing
wish
their 40
fucking
time
smoking
doesn't
was illegal
fix
in
it.
Florida. I can hear you, and I'm jealous.
Yeah, I found out I'm
Anyways,
trading in Denver for
so
25 days.
I made the class in
Woo woo.
so Kamish, franchise guy, was going through to like make everything uniform to how his roster is, and I can understand that. And then he was supposed to go to. We recruited Long Bomb to randomize the whole draft class, dev traits. But what ended up happening was Kamish set all the dev traits for the first round, and it's not the hugest deal, but it's not ideal because he knows them all. What was supposed to happen was Long Bomb was supposed to randomize all the dev traits for the whole class, first round included. Like, and I gave him instructions like, younger players will get more dev traits and bigger schools because they have more potential and stuff like that. But most of the first round should have a dev trait. But it did work that way for the rounds 2 through 7. Like it's all random based on whatever Longbond did, and based on a certain amount, like for each round, and like random number generator and all that. Like it's really random. There's no way to know. Rounds 2 through 7, but the first round is all set by the Kamish, and I don't know if he wanted that to get out or not, but I
Yeah, it
I
doesn't
just don't
matter.
agree
I
with
clearly
that.
asked about
I don't
it,
agree.
and then I got given a response, and it's not what happened, and that's fucking bullshit. And that's the
Yeah.
shit that I constantly am talking about because
So
it's always just a little sleight of hand. It's not a big infraction. It's not a big deal. It's just enough sleight of hand for it to not seem like a big deal, but it is. And it adds up. And it gets fucking old. And it makes me goddamn mad. Sorry. All right. My dog won't stop barking. 1 second.
I'm going to continue talking about this. I expressed my disappointment in the situation. I was like, I thought it was supposed to be all random, because even though it makes sense for certain people to get it or not, like, and there's not
We
like
don't give a shit
that
in this
much of
league.
a risk. Like more, like probably like 20 to 25 first rounders will have some kind of dev, like star or superstar, but 5 to 10 will not. And I
Those
mean,
guys are sitting there,
I
and you can
I
trade
bet
up,
you won't
and
take
you can
one.
make
I
moves.
bet you won't take one with normal dev, man. Like, it's
Yeah.
still a risk that you don't get that risk, and someone else will. And you're in the later rounds of the round, so there's more of a risk, or at least there should be, but there won't be because you know who has the dev, because you set them. When it was supposed to be random, that was my whole idea with having Lombomb set the devs. I'm trying to be
Well,
more
like,
as transparent
yeah.
as possible, and having him, like, I set all the ratings, but to be honest, the most important thing is the dev. That's how
Yeah.
these players develop. Nick took a fucking 67 overall lineman who was on a practice squad, but he had star dev. He took him and made him a 99 overall in Madden 19.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not a poison pot, but like somebody tainted that shit. That's all. Like that's really all it is, and it's only for one person. So why not just release the dev trait for every first round person and make it so they all go in the first round like they're supposed to? Like,
That's not a
just
bad
seems
idea.
No,
and
I
I'm
mean
gonna
just
stay
a
out
way.
of it as far
Yeah.
going like from if you guys want to discuss that, I'm not even gonna comment.
We'll
But
let
I
the
just wanted
people
to
talk.
just be
Doesn't seem like.
transparent about the
Yeah.
situation. And Kamish,
I
I
candidly
don't have anything
appreciate that.
against you. I just disagree with the
Yeah.
way we did it. That's all. And
Yeah.
I
Well, it
know
seems
you
sleight of hand. I mean, it's literally you told me that Long Bomb
I
was
don't know
going
if
to
it's
do it.
sleight of hand or
Public.
he's. I
It's
understand like what
publicly
he
you
was
said
doing
that.
is like
Yeah.
he wanted to have the players he thought were good have the dev traits. He wanted to set them so like the players he thought were good were going to be good in our league. And that part I understand, but
How is
it's
that
also
fair?
not concrete. It's not fair or concrete
No,
because
that's a
you really don't know.
no,
And
well,
it
that's a
should be
bullshit
random.
lie
It
to
should be
go
fair for
around
everyone.
like
And it
fairness.
undermines the whole reason I had for Long Bomb getting involved and having
How could Long
everyone
Bomb do it
be random.
if he's not in the league though?
What we did
Oh, I
was
guess you can
we
edit
made
the
a
draft
separate
class other places.
CFM.
Dumb.
Yeah, that's what we did was
Dumb.
we created a separate CFM and edited the class there and had him go in and edit. And
Yeah.
oh, and by the way, I'll say I don't know any of the devs. I don't know
Yeah.
any of the first round ones either.
Well,
because
that's how it should be.
they did that separately.
Yeah, that's how it should.
All
be.
I did was
You
create the
shouldn't
class
know.
and then and
'Cause even
another thing.
like I said when I
another
made
thing
my
I will say
argument-
is that. Yeah,
Oops,
sorry.
you go.
Another thing I will say is that some of the ratings, like a lot of the ratings in the first round for the upper players, have been changed. Not even just to be in scale with his roster, but just with what he thinks. Because I can tell by scouting that this
People
player
are
is
different.
way better than I made them, or way worse than I made them. Like he just kind of, and it's kind of frustrating. I put a lot of hard work and hours into this. Like I didn't just like randomly make ratings. I spent a good like 200 hours making this class, and to just go in and change it, a little frustrating.
Well, like when I made my first statement, it was not at the person that makes the class because I knew you put a fuckload of time and effort into it. It's about the fact that anyone more than just knowing the ratings. If you know the ratings because you put the time in, I don't really give a shit because it's a lot of work and nobody else is doing it. So I don't care. But like what you're saying is 100% of what I wanted to avoid and then was told that we were going to do it separately. And now it seems like I was just blatantly lied to and was told publicly that they're not going to do what they said they were going to do. And it seems like you were kind of too. And that is part of like why I get so mad at the league office and shit, because it's not like it's crazy, man. It's I'm gonna drink. Dude, gonna drink. Gonna drink.
Yeah, I don't mean to like attack
No.
Kamish.
It's not attacking. It's not. You're bringing truth to light.
I like and I
You're being
appreciate, and I know he's
transparent.
a good Kamish, and
It's
I think everyone should know the situation.
yeah. Well, and my thing is like publicly was I not told something contrary to what actually happened? That would happen
Honestly, I don't know what everyone was told at this point. I don't know.
I'm gonna pull up my questions.
I know what I
'cause
told
that's
people.
the last
and I don't
time
know
we
if
talked
someone
about
was-
it. Should be.
I know what
not
I
hard
told
to find.
people, and I know that
Do,
things have changed since then. So,
scrolling.
so
One
that's
second.
that. Let's before
Suggestions.
we end this, let's
It's not that. I just
let's
found it. What are you doing? What are you
All right.
doing?
Let's look at the standings for where we're at.
Oh yeah, I was
currently.
supposed to start the other draft class. I never did that.
I figured.
No help.
Honestly.
I honestly completely forgot I even got mad about that. Or was trying to be helpful. Like,
But so
Yeah. Oops.
you know, I said like some ratings have changed and stuff like after my hard
Yeah.
work and all that. Well, I've kind of like said like fuck it, I'm not. Why put the work in to make a draft class? Everything's just gonna get changed based on your. I'm trying to
Yeah,
do it
someone
based on
else's thing.
PFF so I can use the draft class. Or so I can use the grades to make a guide to help people, but if you're just gonna change it, that kind of nullifies that. I'm not a
Yeah, it's
I'm not a
just
template maker. I put hard work and energy into making this class. I'm not making a template so you can just put your own ratings in, so you can just change everything how you want. And I don't put too much time and energy into it just to be a template. So
yeah.
I'm not doing it anymore.
Well, that's fair, and that's part of what happens when you treat people's work shitty. That's what happens at work.
I'll make a draft class, but it's not gonna
If you make
be
something for someone and
here.
it's great, and then they go ahead and change it just because they want to, like you put a lot of time and effort in, it's gonna frustrate you.
So
Yeah.
I will still make the draft guide for the league, but don't be surprised if grades don't match up because things were changed. So I will still make the draft class or the draft guide because I think it's a cool idea, but things won't match up perfectly.
I do too, and I appreciate you. Honestly, like being candid about all this shit isn't very easy, probably. Like, I guess not easy, but like confrontation's never easy. And you're choosing to probably involve yourself in confrontation over being honest, which I admire because I think that that's how the fucking world should work. Not the other way where I tell you what you want to hear and then I do something contrary because I think it's right and I'm going to do it. That's frustrating and irritating. All right, let's talk about something new. We got like
Yeah,
playoff
let's talk
standings.
about
Let's look
the
back to
playoff
something a little
situation.
happier. A
Let's look at
little
the
more
AFC.
positive.
Leading for the 1 seed is the Texans, 10-0-1. They have yet to lose. Their only tie is a Sim. They
Yeah, I
tied in a
should have
Sim.
beat them. They tied in the Sim? Really?
Yeah. So
That's
they're
funny.
in line with the 1 seed. I don't know what their schedule looks like from here on out. I know they still have to play the Colts once more, but they beat them already once. So Ginger Baby is looking good.
The GB.
You played him. What can you say about that?
He's really good at just taking what he has. I would say that's probably like always been his best trait though. It's like he really doesn't make bad choices. He just takes what he gets, check downs, runs. Like he's very slow, melodic tempo, doesn't really take shots to DeAndre Hopkins, doesn't really push the ball to Will Fuller. Like he's very patient and slow and boring to play against. And he just kind of lulls you to sleep with tempo and then plays good defense. I don't think he's like amazing. I think he has a really good game plan for this team. He did a really good job of making sure his O-line wasn't a issue, getting Hopkins out or getting Watson out in space, exploiting mismatches, finding. He's good at play calling, I think. He's a good coach.
He's got one tough game coming up next week, the Patriots, and then maybe the Buccaneers can challenge him, but other than that, the rest of his schedule doesn't look too intimidating. And
I would
he already
say
played the Colts twice. One was a win, and
I would say
I know I
assuming
played him a few
anyone's
times.
schedule's intimidating is hard though, because like there are 10 teams under 500? No.
Yeah, there's a lot. I played him a bunch
15.
of Madden 19 or a few
15.
times towards the end, and it seemed like his
15.
style was very solid D, and I wasn't really
It's not impressive. It's controlled.
scared of him, like on offense.
Yeah.
Um,
I would say it's a lot of control, a lot of tempo, and
so
stuff
far,
like.
I haven't watched any of his games, but it seems like he's having a hard time keeping his yards per completion down. Maybe Madden 20 is just a good fit for him. And then in the AFC, you also got Jaguars, Browns, Patriots, all in the division lead. Colts
So
probably going to be a
comes
wild
back,
card.
beats ass.
I think the big controversy between the Chargers and the Chiefs. Have you were you paying attention to their last game?
I paid attention to the chat. I didn't go watch any of it. I saw like the drop, catch, touchdown, but like.
So yeah,
I also
it's a
stayed out of it because I've been
situation.
super hard on Marcus for everything. So
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck it, I'm not gonna get an even look because it's gonna make me mad, because it always does. So
So
I can't help it.
what happened was they went into overtime and Marcus, the Chiefs, made a stop, forced a punt, and then he got the ball and then drove down to about like in field goal range, but barely. But he played really conservative once he got into field goal range, then went for the field goal, and then of course he had no kick meter, and he missed a field goal, of course, with no kick meter. And then after that, he paused and tried to get a ruling like, well, it's not fair. I got into field goal range and it was for the win, but if I had kick meter, blah blah. I should have. Whatever.
Yeah.
And it's understandable, I guess. Like what I said was at the time was
I read it.
a way
Didn't you
to
say
do
what I
this.
did?
There's a gentleman way to do this, and this is just like both teams accept a tie, run the clock out, and like because you don't want a game to be decided by this. You guys play each other in 2 weeks, decide it then. And then there's the other way, is that earlier in the game, Marcus actually got a touchdown throwing the ball up into triple coverage. Mecole Hardman came down with it. They called a touchdown, and then like he dropped the ball actually, and it's kind of like a glitchy
I saw
touchdown. It wasn't. Maybe it was a touchdown. He dropped
it
after.
wasn't
Maybe they ruled
kosher.
it a touchdown. He had possession. He didn't. Whatever. It could have been reviewed. Could have not. It was like iffy. It was definitely glitchy. Weird Madden touchdown. And that's like a big thing that went Marcus' way. So I can see both sides. Like he got that to go his way, and now he's got the kick meter going against him. I don't know. I thought the gentleman thing to do was like, fuck it. This is a bullshit game. Let's not let Madden decide. Take the tie and play again in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
I would
understand both
agree.
sides.
I would say agree. Like that was that was the clear like, well, this is bullshit, man. It's dumb. Let's get out of here and fucking chalk it up to next time. But it's not what happened. It became an
No,
argument.
so here's a solution they came with. I'm not really sure who or how, but they're like, okay, you can SG, go continue to play. You got the ball, but you can't kick a field goal. I'm not really sure how that happened or why that was the decision.
Because the game
but
gets
it was
to keep going and people get to play. I mean, like it still ended in a tie, right? So your
it did.
gentleman's
He
thing
got
still
sacked
happened.
immediately. The time ran out. Like I don't think it would. I think it would have been a tie no matter what. But like it was just the decision. Like now.
I mean, my thing
you know
is,
what?
in what NFL game do they like straight pause to like, well, this is dumb. Let's figure out what to do. Let's ask other people. It's like you two are both there. You're in the game. Like, I made my call against the Dolphins. Don't expect a lot of people to make that call. But like, this is an example of like, I mean, what does pausing to get a ruling do? It comes up with some bullshit way that makes no sense. That just it's dumb. And like, I read through your chat and you saying what I did, and then Marcus saying that I didn't pause to get a ruling, and it was like, bro, like it's not hard to get a ruling on bullshit. Like bullshit's dumb. Let's not. Like, but like that angered me enough to like not look into it anymore, because I was like, all right, well, so I'm dumb for not having pause to ask for your guys' opinion on the bullshit. Like, well, this is bullshit, right? Yeah, it's bullshit. Like, that's what's gonna happen.
Fuck it.
Right?
It's bullshit. This is bullshit. Let's not Madden decide this. Let's decide it in 2 weeks. Just fuck.
I mean, it's just like
I think you did the right thing, and I think they.
Yeah.
I know that like you want to win. You want to win, man. Like let's win the right way. Let's not let Madden decide it. Fuck a tie.
That's what gets me mad.
We're in overtime already, so we played close enough. Fucking tie it.
Yeah, or just fucking dashboard it and play again if it matters that much to you that you need to do this right now. Like those are your But like, let's not pause and talk for half an hour about what's the right way to proceed. The right way to proceed is this game's bullshit, and you shouldn't be in it, but you are. That's what the right way to proceed was. Like, Not, oh, well, you can kick a field goal. No, and it's dumb
Yeah.
because like it all stems back to the fucking kick meter issue that shouldn't be a problem, and it also stems the fact that like there are people that like keep saying they make kicks without the kick meter. Good for fucking you, man. Like I can't do it. I literally like if there's no kick meter, I go full Tourette's and I'm just jamming the button as many
It
times as I
doesn't
can.
matter if you can or not.
Yeah.
It's not how the game's designed, and you shouldn't
No,
have
I
to.
know. I
And
agree with that. I'm just saying,
because
like people
lag.
that act like it's not that big a deal, like it's bullshit, man. It's bullshit.
Yeah, it is
I
bullshit.
should have
It's
2
bullshit.
wins because of the fucking kick meter. I should have beat Marcus's ass, one, and I should have won against the Dolphins. Well, at least I should have been up on, or tied with Marcus to go in overtime. But that, yeah, whatever. But like,
All right.
it happens. It's dumb.
Yep.
Shit's dumb. Shit's dumb. I don't know.
All right. Let's look at the NFC. And we
They're
got
good.
Chris, Eagles,
Like all the good
undefeated,
teams are in the
12-0.
NFC. It seems like. No hate on you, but like,
I think it's top heavy. It's got Chris, Hawking, and Nick. And then after that, it's kind of...
well, they're all out of the playoffs. It seems like
okay, so
for me, this Madden, if I was in the NFC, like I would be a consistent playoff contender, is what it looks like.
yeah. Yeah,
And
you got
instead, I'm in
4
your
teams with
goddamn
10 wins or
division.
more, and then it's 6 wins after that.
Yeah, that's bad. That's not
Falcons.
solid.
Falcons has the 5th most wins.
Yeah, and he's gonna get
Granted, I
playoffs,
think
right?
5 of them are force wins, or 6 of them even. Maybe. Well, he's
Does he have
tied with
6
the
force wins?
well, Buccaneers have 6 also, so we'll see. But yeah, so you get the Chris. He's in control at 12-0, but him and Hawking have yet to play. They still have to play twice, so that will decide it between those.
That's
two, those
weird
two
that they don't
games.
play that late. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, they have. They're really teasing.
14
us,
and
like,
16,
making
right?
us wait this long, like 12-0, 11-1.
Ooh, I got Lickety next
Hawking
week.
just
When's
lost
Advance? Is
to
Advance today?
Packers.
Sorry,
Tonight, I think. Probably
digressive.
later tonight. Yeah.
Ah, Lickety, I'm gonna beat that ass, boy. I'm gonna beat it. Sorry.
Speaking of
but-
Lickety, there's been rumors that he might be the reporter.
Oh, he is for sure. Dude, I
Yeah.
called that a long time ago.
Did you?
I'm pretty.
Well, you all
Yes.
are always right with these types of things.
I'm gonna fucking. Oh, TFGO. I'm searching through the chat now.
Yeah, he apparently reporter or Lickety or whoever posted a power rankings yesterday or
Yeah, it hurt my
last
feelings.
night. Did it? What did they say about you?
I'm 20th, and they had me last in our division as far as skill. And it's like I beat Jam, and I beat Tomac
Yeah.
once, and then lost a Sim. Like,
Well, they didn't think much of me either, so I don't
well,
know.
but you're ass. No, I'm kidding.
I
Not really.
mean, I have been.
A little kidding, kind of kidding.
little.
Fuck. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find this.
What are you
But, like,
looking for?
When I called that Lickety was the reporter,
Mm.
I'm searching right now.
Someone said it yesterday. It's been a thing. I woke up to like 400 chat messages. I didn't read them all, but the gist of it was Lickety was reporter. I don't know. Someone figured it out because he.
He
don't
probably always retweets his own shit first. It's probably like a dumb bullshit thing like that.
So yeah, so they got you at 21. They got Bengals right above you. They got Steelers right above him, and then me at 11.
Dude, Steelers is new. Like, get him the fuck below me. Disrespect.
That is disrespect. You beat me. Fuck, you beat me.
I don't even have
Well,
a
that's why I'm
quarterback, man.
only 11.
Like, everyone knows I'm gonna run the ball, and that's it. And it's so frustrating.
Do you see what he said? Do you disagree with anything he said as far as his comments?
Who, like, or the reporter?
Yeah. He said, let's see, what has he said that's controversial? For the Texans, he has number 4. He said, baby cheese works well in Madden 20.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't think the baby's got cheese. I think the baby just controls the game really well and like has a bunch of
Yeah.
money plays that he's really good at and knows his team can run.
Money plays could
And
be attributed to cheese.
no, I know. I'm not saying
Yeah.
but like I didn't get abused on shit, but like he just knows what you're running defensively most of the time, and I'm pretty sure he just fucking does the opposite. Like he plays
He's
call
got the
he played call versus me super fucking well. Like I can't you can't bitch about him being cheesy if you can't stop him. They're only cheesy when they're doing bullshit. I thought actually like playing the new Niners guy and not saying he was cheesy, but I felt as though swerving with Telvin Coleman was a little cheesy. And I saw a lot more hit sticks than I see with any other team. But like
he is
he's
his
good
stick
at it.
happy.
Yeah.
He's
But
very
like
his stick
hopefully that's
happy.
fixed. That's no blame. It's just truth. But
Yeah.
like I mean there was
It's
one
the game.
touchdown where like Telvin Coleman, instead of juking left, just straight ran around me to the left like old cowboy style with the swerve. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it was like, fuck, man, like I want to play football, not play tag. Like, fuck that. But like that's on me too.
Yeah.
So,
So he's got Marcus at number 9. His comment is
ooh,
with the
safety
Chiefs.
dance.
Sad showing so
Ooh.
far with this roster.
Yeah. Who, Marcus? Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think he's distracted, dude. I,
Yeah, he's had a lot. I mean, in the median, man, he has a lot going on with the rosters and I guess his
fucking
content
rosters,
and
girlfriend.
football
He's got
season.
PFF. He's got a lot of shit on his plate right now. He's just busy.
He's got me. I'm 9-3. I'm at 11, and the only teams I'm above have 6 wins or less. I'm at 11. But his comment is only one win versus a team with a winning record. Overrated.
That's true. You are a little overrated. I whooped that ass though. Uh, I'm coming again. I want to play you again so bad, but it's like I don't know what week it is. It's like 2 weeks. Nope. I play the Jets. See, I play like 3 bad teams left though. I play Bills, Jets, you, and then the Steelers. My season could get weird because I could definitely end up 7-9 or 8-8. I'm
You're
gonna
just gonna
beat that
fuck
ass
with your
one more
draft
time
capital
though.
again. You're really bad at tanking,
Dude,
bro.
I can't. I can't. It makes me feel gross.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I
still
hear
think
you.
it's funny that you guys accuse Grimy of tanking. Because, like, yeah, he has 2 wins, but, like, I mean, he's been back for, like, 3 weeks.
No, it's you know I wasn't like. Here's what happened. He missed his
He was,
first 4 or 5
yeah, he
whatever
was doing
games,
drill,
and then
I
he
figured he
like
gave up.
um
I assumed
and
he
then
was
he was
tanking too.
back. Then he was back, and
He
he
went to
was like,
Vegas, right?
scheduling a game, and then here's what happens. Usually, he's like really intent on getting his game in, like getting like what if he doesn't get the game in, like it's either force win or force win. But he was like so like. Have the force loss, take it. You know, you were more available. I was like, what? That's not you. You don't do that. And
He
I,
seems
you know, I
less
was half
confrontational
joking.
come Madden 20. That's what, I
I
mean,
was, I was
I
only
think he
half
seems,
serious about it.
yeah. But like, I mean, in all certainty, like it seems like people are less confrontational in Madden 20. Like the people that
And
were
I'd rather
normally
have
really
that than
confrontational,
being
and they're
really
working
like
past it because it's a
annoying
fun
about it
place
when you
again.
don't.
It's not like a
Yeah.
prison yard. We're making TFGO fun again. That's what me and Chris's
I will
intent
say
is.
it's a
That's
lot
why he's in the
harder to
league
be mean to
office.
people after seeing everyone's faces.
Oh, dude, it's so
For
much
me.
easier. All I want to do is bully Nick now. I look at his picture and I'm
I
like,
feel
that kid
like you
bullied
and Nick
kids
had a
when they were
breakthrough.
younger.
You had a breakthrough
I mean, not really. Me and Nick
last
have always
night.
been friends. We played
You
2K a
did.
lot. I called him a
Did
bitch,
you?
and then I felt bad about it. But I felt bad about it because, like, I called him a bitch jokingly because it just seems so sarcastic what he was saying, and when I read his text, it all has that stupid accent. So, like, it sounds even more sarcastic. And I was like, God, dude, that was so sarcastic. It, like, actually made me cringe a little bit. And then I called him a bitch, but like after I said it, I was like, "Fuck, that's gonna come out like I'm trying to instigate." And then he started saying stuff, and then I started saying stuff, and then we had a breakthrough, and now we're best friends. 2K later, Nick? Hit me up, bro. Jamie, you buying 2K this year? Can you?
No.
When football season's over?
Not until maybe after the season. We'll see.
Cool, because I'm playing a lot, and I'm getting into it, and I think it'd be fun.
When I bought it, it was like, or the last one, it was like $15. So when it gets to that point, maybe.
So you're gonna wait
I
till
think we're at a
June?
point to
Well,
call
God damn
it
it.
a day because
No, they want to hear about this. This is
I
important. You
nah.
need 2K. No? Okay.
And
I guess it's
I've
not
got to use the
important.
bathroom pretty badly, to be honest.
Oh shit, someone had tacos. Alright, sounds good. Well,
All right. Well, this has
be
been the
on Xbox.
TFGO or
Yeah.
the what are we called? Wake and Bake. This has been Wake and Bake. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back next week, either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. One of those days. Who the fuck knows? Whenever Mike's Xbox doesn't blow up. And thanks for
Probably.
tuning in.
Bye. Alright, good work. I have to pee.